I didn't realize till recently that I had an unusual upbringing brought on by my mother, who I fondly call the mother. And when I was 11, she got us involved in transcendental meditation because she wanted to lose weight. The Beatles were doing it, and it was like this. She was a spiritual student of life and took us through a lot of religions. And so with TM, as we called it was really a great way to be used as a disciplinary tool. Like, you go in there and you meditate about what you were doing about that young lady. And I would usually steal a cigarette and try and smoke it out the bedroom window, thinking about my mantra. So when most kids were going to like Dutch Wonderland or Hershey Park, we were going to retreats, and I was eating very bland food, thinking about my mantra, mother wanting to levitate, watching videos of that, like films. They weren't videos then. So this was a big part of our lives, and I've been meditating actually since then. It's been a really great tool. So I was in a crossroads in my life in 1999, and I had a Volkswagen camper bus, the Malibu Stacy Funtime Camper, and she's a 1981 sky blue camper that popped up, and everybody wanted to come on a road with me, and I had a great time in there, and I had just completed a program at the University of Washington, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do next with my life. So, like most normal people, I thought, well, I'm going to go into silence. I need to find a retreat. I need to go on retreat. Of course, this is what everybody does. So, I don't know if you've heard the book of the autobiography of a yogi. That's Yogananda, a lot of words after there. Krishna, they all get Krishna, thank goodness for that. So anyway, the Ananda, an easy way to think of Ananda community in Nevada City, has a 700-acre retreat center that is beautiful for silent retreat. And I thought, silent retreat, this is what I need, silence, I need silence. So I take the Malibu Stacy and we drive from Seattle and we stop in the great sequoias in the redwood forest, and I'm camping, and I'm like, yes, Spirit, I'm going into silence. You will guide me into the world so I will receive my vision to go on what is next. And I go to all the little events that they have at the campgrounds, the national campgrounds, and there was a camp event for what to do in case you meet a mountain lion. And I was like, mountain lion, my spirit animal, yes, mountain lion. I am mountain lion. I am Leo, woman. I am mountain lion, strong and fierce huntress, solo, yes. So I learned all about the mountain lion, and I thank the mountain lion, and I go on to the retreat center where I'm given a little sign that says, silence, silence, shh, silent. And I had the Malibu Stacy Funtime Camper, so I parked about a half a mile from the retreat center, and I would wake up before dawn. Yes, here we go. And I'm in silence, so we go in. And an ashram schedule is fantastic. I mean, I really recommend it. I still fantasize about it, and I really should go back, where you wake up at dawn, and you go do gentle yoga. Oh, yes, gentle yoga. And then you meditate, and then you have breakfast in silence, and if you want to have a little, enlightenment, you take a little class, and then you have more meditation, then you have lunch, and then you do yoga or take a nap, and it's kind of like the same thing over and over. There's a lot of bland food, and it's really a beautiful sort of way to fill the day without having to really think about what you're going to do with your life. And I really like that. So I I was on my 3rd day of silent retreat, and my little sign, which was great. I didn't have to talk to any of the people from California, and they were all very, yeah, I'm very blonde. And so I had finished my afternoon meditation and lunch and decided it was time to really kind of do a little cleaning in the Malibu Stacy Fun Time camper. So I have these tiny whisks, and I'm whisking, and the top is popped, and the back is open, and the side is open. And I'm gathering my food because it's a beautiful, like, early summer day, and they're feeding me. I don't need all this food. I'm going to go donate it to the kitchen. And I fall into just the most beautiful slumber in the afternoon. And I'm just thanking God and all the spirits and animals around me for providing such a beautiful space. And as I'm drifting off, I feel the front of my bus go down like you're a teenager making out in the car after the football game, and somebody's like, hey, who's in there, like, woo. So I'm like, the front of my van goes down, like, well, that's odd, and I sit up and I don't see anybody. And so there's a bear, and the bear tries to crawl in the back, and I'm like, oh my God, a bear. And I'm like, oh God, show me what to do with the bear. And I throw the bear the bananas, and the bear takes the bananas, and he's kind of slitting them one by one, like, oh, and I'm like, that's interesting. The bear eats it from the back of a banana. Like, who knew? Who knew this about a bear? But then the bear finished all the bananas, and he comes over, and my side door's open. I'm like, oh, okay. And now I'm like real. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, fuck, there's a bear. There's a goddamn bear. So I take this cucumber I have, and I throw it, and bears don't like cucumbers, and they get very upset. And I'm like, oh, God, what do I do? Bear, bear, bear. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then there's a man, a voice in the distance that says, are you okay? And I go, yes. And he's like, there's a bear. And I'm like, I see the bear. I see him. And he says, are you feeding the bear? And I said, yes, I'm feeding the bear. And he says, stop feeding the bear. I go, wow, yeah, stop feeding the bear. Stop, just stop. I'm like, okay, stop feeding the bear. And then he yells, drive away. I was like, shit, drive away, drive. Where are the keys? And so I'm trying to shut the back and pull the top, and I find the keys, and I start the car and end up having the next 2 weeks full of conversation because I met the bear. Okay, that's all. Thank you.